So here we are with episode 9 of Tearmoon Empire. Last episode, the bad actors are a little upset that they could not tear down the Tearmoon Empire. So they are going to move on to their next victim, which I would assume is going to be Abel, or at the very least, the Remno Kingdom? Is that what they're called? Whatever, the Remno people. Or it could not be. Who knows? We'll just have to see who their next victim is. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access to non-seasonal and some seasonal shows on the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Oh, school break is over? Or summer break, I can't remember. Oh, you get to see Abel, huh? The wisdom of the Empire. Truly is giving too much credit. Look at me, befriending more people who are like, not like noble stage-ish kinda. Oh, inviting her to tea? Of course. She continues to need this to be 2v1. Oh. A bold decision. Hold on. Hold on, you know? She is. Rafina's like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should do that for this school too. Rafina is so intimidating for Mia. Oh, well, no, she's just gonna get cocky now that she thinks that the troubles are over. Oh shit. For what? What are they revolting for? Oh. Is it Remno? Or is it some other country? Whatever. Well, I mean, there's like only 4 or 5 countries. Remno. Okay. Somebody was talking about how, Remno has a bad problem when it comes to, like, the treatment of women. So now I'm just thinking in my head, yeah, women rise up. Now I'm starting to think, was that a spoiler this whole time? We'll just have to see, huh? Damn, everybody's just coming on over here to see Mia. Come on, Mia, how are you gonna stop this revolution? I'll prepare more tea for everyone. A further tax? Come on now, people. If you want to tax anybody, tax the rich! Guillotine's coming for someone else! Stay away from any jeopardy. You're not gonna get involved into it, but you've already been very involved in Abel. To choose to enter. Oh. Jesus Christ, this violin's really going in. Really going in on that E string. She's heading right into the storm of a revolution, huh? Oh, you just sneak into caravan? Alright. Y'all dressing up as commoners? All the top positions are just coming on over to Remno. Everybody in this table will also follow you. Meanwhile, what? Rafina's just gonna chill? Not taking Anne along. I'm sorry, Anne. You're not needed for this arc. Damn, Rafina's just out here putting Putting words into Mia's mouth. Putting Mia's words into Anne's mouth? I don't even know where I was going with that. Putting words into Mia's mouth was the correct. Oh no, the horses! Ooh, they were even in darker settings. Spent 3 days? You think that you guys would at least, like, dye your hair or something. She's just- oh yeah, she is. She has motion sickness. Oh shit! Looks like ninjas to me, holy smack. Oh shit! It's just Abel. Just shh for a second. Oh! She just falls right off. Oh my god. That was some effort that's- oh, there you go. Oh wait, he's gonna smooch ya? Well, you're breathing, aren't you? Oh, you wanted your first kiss to be Abel? But still? Oh my god, he's just... Lost the carriage. Downstream. Jesus Christ, dude. Y'all were swimming. Well, Sion was swimming. Wow, look at that. You've got a... You're gonna spend a little time with Sion? I guess she is kind of like... What, in her underwear? Perfect Superman. Alright, don't tease him. No, you are not a grown woman in this... Alright, stop being a creep. So you ate a lot of bad things, yeah, so she knows. From experience, dude. From one night? Okay, you've... Y'all gotta prepare for the revolution and everything. He's just doing what's what for the people. There's nothing I could do about it. She was already trying to sway him to, like, not put everybody in the guillotine. Yeah, why are you here playing judge, jury, executioner, huh? This motherfucker. So upset. Yeah, if everybody had just talked it out. Oh, your sagacious judgment. What the fuck is the sleeping position, Mia? Well, they're assassins. They're wearing ninja outfits. And now the two high-ranked people were out alone in the fucking wild. You telling me Chloe is a traitor? Alright, hold on. Hold on, let's, yeah, let's She's like, well, I'm an expert now. No! No! No, Mia! There's just random mushrooms, dude. They look like hands. Little crystal hands from Death Stranding. Yeah, good thing there's no, like, pictures and stuff, right? Of what these two look like. But you need food! You need a little bit of supplies! Immediately trusting. By the way, when food is not. I don't have any sweets. I didn't even think about it. What is that? A fucking doctor wrote it? Like, oh, we've got just a small little preview. What is that? A blonde man who possibly could be in the military just from his hairstyle. Okay, so this is the final arc that we have. It's talking about the revolution of Remno. That's fun. Man, poor Abel. He was just cleaning his horses like 3 episodes ago now. And then the possibility of a revolution just comes in. Goddamn, dude. Before I go back to the center, I did want to look at this part of this conversation before Mia decided not to think about it anymore. There's an insurrection going on in Remno. You're impressed that you know that. There hasn't caused any disturbance in this area. Ain't nobody but country folk here. We've got our hand folks without normal work. Nobody has time for that stuff. Famine doesn't strike the continent for several more years. The revolution would occur when food is normally available. But like the big reason why it's starting is because of the taxes. So it's so hard. Okay, and then she stops thinking about it. Okay. She's just like, whatever. Mia, what if they don't have sweets here, Mia? When are you ever going to think? Alright, we're gonna go back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 9 of Tearmoon Empire. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty nice episode. We're heading on over to the next arc, right? Which is the Remno Kingdom in jeopardy. And we've got, as what the title said, right? Her love-filled decision, somewhere around there. So, yeah, we've got Mia, who's catching feelings for Abel and all that, and she's also being like, yeah, look, if I'm getting my first kiss, it's gonna be from Abel, alright? It's gonna be from that boy. Oh man. But also, we're getting to spend more time between Mia and Sion, so there's also that as well. I was thinking about like, oh, is there going to be a love triangle of some sort? And it kind of perhaps maybe look like they're going to do that. We'll just have to see. When it comes to like Tiona and Sion, I just look at them and I'm just like, yeah, you know, they're friends. That's totally fine. They're just guy and girl friends, and that's totally fine. But like, if the story is somehow trying to get Mia and Sion in like the same area, I'm just like, there's going to be, I don't know, there might possibly be some sort of like romance potential coming from that, just because that's what it sort of feels. It kind of gives off that vibes for me. But if it's like Tiona and Sion, it's just like, they're just friends. They just chillin', dude. But okay, in the beginning, Mia is back at school. She's very happy to be back at school again. You know, she's just over here like, I never thought I'd be happy to go back to school. But she ends up getting invited to tea by Rafina, and while Mia is having this feeling where she feels rejuvenated, she feels refreshed, she feels like a heavy burden has been lifted off of her because, well, the revolution isn't going to happen because her book is gone, and the only reason why she had that book was because she was captured by the soldiers and, you know, imprisoned for 3 years, and that was the only thing that they gave her, essentially. I don't know if that was something they gave her. Anyways, as she's reveling in this in this newfound freedom that she has without guillotine, she gets a big scare from Anne, who tells her, well, a revolution is happening, which is just like, holy shit, dude. Like, what? A revolution in my empire? How did this happen? Damn, dude, Anne's coming in here with a scare. But it's not the Tearmoon Empire that is having a revolution, but the Remno Kingdom, and the, hold on, I have to go back and look at the whole reason is that they pay high taxes because all the taxes kind of go to their powerful military. As we've learned, the Remno got a really good, military, but because of that, a lot of taxes are coming in, and I have to figure out where the whole conversation started. Let's see. So, you say there's a revolution in Remno. More precisely, it's progressed to a popular uprising and calls for a revolution. So, it hasn't started yet, but they're on the brink of starting one. And then Sunklin's, agents... Okay, the Wind Ravens is the... Okay, because we've got, like, the 5 Moon Ministry and all that. Do I have to make a new page for this just to... Alright, whatever. Signs of an insurrection that may lead to overthrow the throne of Remno. Military intervention by Sunklin will be needed to protect the populace from expected oppression. The populace as in what, the rich people? Or, well, I mean, the way that Sion came in when there's a revolution in the Tearmoon Empire is more or less for the people. So then, because Remno has the big military, so then they're going to... Okay. After receiving this report, I felt I ought to inform Princess Mia. The only information we have is that there are signs of an insurrection, but it's a fact that the political situation there is precarious. The Kingdom of Remno already has heavy taxes placed on its subjects to maintain its powerful military, but they've supposedly proposed a further tax increase. There would be naturally some voice in opposition. Yes, so as to represent the discontent of the populace, Chancellor of the Kingdom of Remno, Count Dasayev Donovan, spoke against it first. I'm also familiar... Okay, so he's a calm, he's a wise and temperate man. It appears that he was in fact acting to mediate between the populace. Okay, and then he says, but something has happened in the Kingdom of Remno. That's the takeaway. Okay. So, in terms of the bad actors, right? The group of bad men, of evil men out here, we know that they seem to, at least one of them, seem to have a high status. That's why he, the previous guy who was trying to cause an issue with the Lulus, he was in that noble-ish party or something. That's why he was able to talk to Berman and give him an idea that, hey, maybe this is what you should do in order to show your noble might or your noble prowess or whatever. So we know that the bad actors are holding some sort of position in power or has status. What it seems like one of them who perhaps have some high status in Remno, or just, you know, maybe their high status is just so overall shown that they're able to transfer it between countries. But I assume maybe someone who has like a high status in Remno got in and did a little, not even high status, but you know, they have connections. Got in, do a little whispering here and there, and perhaps that's one of the idea that they've decided, hey, you know, well, maybe you should increase your taxes on your military. However they convince these people to do it, who knows? Who knows? And perhaps they were also assuming that Mia was going to head on over, or even Sion was going to head on over, and that's why they sent the assassins to come after them, which kind of goes into the idea of like, well, how did this information leak out in the first place? But also comes into play that perhaps the bad actors do have a lot of connections, and they're just able to, you know, they've got their web is spread pretty wide, and you know, all they need is just one little fly getting caught on their web, and they will find out the information. But we get to see Mia continuing to catch feelings for Abel, and she was on the verge of tears. I didn't really see it, but she was on the verge of tears once Anne told her that she was on the verge of tears. And she's already thinking about like, well, maybe maybe I should not step into this jeopardy, right? I don't want to get myself into this situation. I've just got myself out of a revolution, and what? Now I'm going to choose to step into the fucking storm of an impending revolution? They might as well just take me to the fucking guillotine, too. But that's the same feeling that she had before when Abel's brother was coming in to talk shit about Abel, and she was going to try to diffuse both situation and try to not cause a fire with the brother, the first prince. But in the end, she ends up stepping away from her initial decision in order to defend Abel. And now here she is again, right? Her instinct is to want to run away. Is it her... Yeah, she wants the survival, right? She wants to survive. She does not want to get into danger. But because it's Abel, it's Abel's country, she is going to, she's going to fucking run in and rescue this boy, you know? He's the damsel in distress. Well, honestly, Mia's still the damsel in distress. It's just that she's fucking running into danger. She's gonna force Abel to come out and rescue her. So I thought that the progression between Mia and Abel is very nice, and again, it's just to see how she is just conflicted in her actions, but in the end, right, love paves the way, or something, I don't know. I would say love paves the way, but when when Mia was in the river, and she was thinking about Eris's story where somebody has to do a little recitation, anyways, a little CPR out here. And even though she was thinking about how she wants Abel to be her first kiss, she's like, you know what? I'll take Sion. I'll take Sion. Oh, why not? Look, Abel, I had no choice, alright? I was going to die. Sion is going to save me. That's her excuse for Abel if he actually did it. But during the meeting, we did get to see the players in this arc. Tion is coming in. Tiona is coming in. Sion is following in as well, along with Keithwood, because he is his bodyguard, right-hand man, whatever. And unfortunately, Anne has to step aside because she can't ride a horse. Which now I'm just kind of like, wait, what do you mean ride a horse? I'm starting to get confused now because you guys were in a carriage. Unless they're gonna go to the kingdom, and then they're gonna ride horses. That possibly could be it too. But because of Anne's inability to ride horses, she gets put in the she gets put in the sideline, just like Ludwig. Ludwig is just over here like, your first time. But while Anne is feeling sad, Rafina comes in, puts words into Mia's mouth, and just tells her like, look, she told you that you're her confidant, so, like, there's only things that you can do as a confidant, so we'll have to see what Anne's going to do, right? Let's see what she's gonna be up to. During the moments between Mia and Sion at the fireplace and such, Mia asks Sion about his decision on if Abel is the person who is causing this problem in the first place. What would he do? And he's just kind of like, look, there's nothing else that could be done, so I'm just gonna fucking chop his head off. And I love that Mia gets angry because she's just like, really? You fucking killed me in the last timeline because you thought that there was nothing else left to do? You didn't even explore any other option? You could've just talked to me about it. You didn't have to kill me. So, we kind of see that Sion was kind of the guy who doesn't really seek out other options, or at the very least, he doesn't really try to stop it until it becomes too late. And then, after that, that's when he just kind of comes in and be the fucking cleanup crew. Even though it's not exactly his decision to do so, right? Like, it's not even his problem. He kind of just puts himself into that problem. And then he's just like, there's nothing else we can do. Off with her head. So I get like why Mia is upset at Sion about that. And towards the end, we meet up with a countryman named Mujik. He's a hunter. and apparently the revolution isn't really affecting the countryside. Or he's just over like, look, we've got a lot of things to do, alright? So, like, doesn't even bother us. Another thing is like, wow, dude, imagine there's like a revolution happening in your country and you're just chilling in the countryside. You're just like, those people in the city, you know, those city folks, they can do whatever. There's just a bloody massacre happening over there. I'm just chilling in the countryside. But as Mia was thinking before she stopped thinking, that it is weird that a revolution is going to happen despite there being an abundance of food. But again, we still have that whole idea of like, well, you know, people don't really like to be taxed, so they're out here proposing a tax even more. But then again, you know, is that really calls for a revolution to be taxed? I would think so anyways. Look, I don't know, if suddenly here in this state, we suddenly get like a 30% tax or something. Well, actually, I don't even know if we would start a revolution. I think people would just move out. But, yeah, not a lot of people have that option to just move out. Why don't you just move, you know? God, silly people of Remno. Why don't you just take your town and push it somewhere else? But that's pretty much all I have to talk about for this episode. Again, I thought it was a pretty good episode, and excited to see. I definitely feel like the second arc. I would assume the second arc is, I don't know, is it really I don't know if it's counted as an arc, but I'm just gonna say it is for now. Just because it's like 3 episodes. So, you know, sometimes in anime, 3 episodes per arc, or 3-4 episodes per arc. The second one, when she's like in summer break and she's just out here fucking doing everything, I was just like, okay, this is just a lot of like Mia doing things and like not really a lot of conflict, right? Like, even though there kind of felt like some sort of conflict, there really wasn't any. So so now that we're getting into this arc where it kind of feels like there is some sort of conflict, I enjoy it. I like how this arc starts off a whole lot better, so I'm excited to see how this arc continues, and you know how it's all going to get tied up into a read the light novel sort of feeling, because that's how all anime endings are a lot of the times. If there isn't like a second season greenlit like immediately after. It's always a read the light novel or read the manga. Go read the source, alright? But, yeah, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.